Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for being here. This is an historic day, and I'm so glad you're with us to celebrate it. In addition to the members of the press, we have a number of dignitaries in attendance. Del Val is fortunate to be located in a supportive community that is led by a caring group of men and women who have dedicated themselves to the common good in Bucks County and in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I'd like to introduce some of those folks with us today. When I call your name, would you please stand, and folks, would you please hold your applause. From the office of the U.S. Senator Robert Casey, Regional Representative Kurt Imhoff. From the office of the U.S. Senator Pat Toomey, Field Representative Imani Johnson. Pennsylvania Secretary of Agriculture and former Dean of Del Val, Russell Redding. Pennsylvania Executive Deputy Secretary of Education, Dr. David Volkmann. State Representative from the 143rd District and Del Val Trustee, Marguerite Quinn. State Representative from the 144th District, Catherine Watson. The Chairman of the Bucks County Commissioners, Chairman Robert Lockery. Rob. The Mayor of Doylestown Borough, Ron Strauss, and the Mayor of New Britain Borough, Dave Holowinski. Excuse me, Dave, sorry about that. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, would the members of the Del Val Board of Trustees please stand to be recognized? Del Val trustees, please. And would the members of the President's Advisory Council please stand as well. And of course, I need to acknowledge Dr. Josh Feldstein, who is now here on campus 76 years and just celebrating your 94th birthday, correct, Josh? Okay, there you go. So I want to thank the members of the board for your leadership and your support. We literally could not have done it without you, so thank you so much. So I'd like to share with you a few of the comments I made at an internal community announcement we made back on December 5th when we both were first notified of our university status. After much study, much planning, and much work, Delaware Valley College has realized a dream. It has made its case, enhanced its programs, and improved itself in every way. As a result, after lengthy review by the Pennsylvania Department of Education, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has officially declared that Delaware Valley College has been granted, now and forever, the right and privilege to call itself a university. Let's give it a round of applause. With this press conference today, we publicly embrace a new name and the beginning of a new era. Minutes from now, we will unfurl our banners, reveal our new signage, and proudly display a new logo and seal. Starting today, we will speak to Bucks County, to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to the nation and the world as Delaware Valley University. As accomplishments go, this is a big one and well-earned. Del Val's transformation to a university is unmistakable proof that dedicated people can work together on a shared vision and bring about something unprecedented, something not easily obtained, something that requires not just raw intelligence and hard work, but soul, heart, and spirit. Nearly everyone working on campus, our tremendous faculty, our wonderful staff have had some part in this process, and I'd like to thank all of you. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Would all the alumni in the audience please stand? Let's give our alumni a round of applause. Thank you for your support during this process. It's very important. I see Delaware Valley University as a continuation of the life work of our founder, Dr. Joseph Kraskoff. It is an affirmation of a visionary model of education that links theory with practice. Today, we call that most distinctive aspect of our university Experience 360. This is a program that provides 100% of our students with real-world experience. We do this through internships, leadership training, community service, travel abroad, and much more. We are assisted by 400+ partners in this process. These partnerships range from law and accounting firms to Doylestown Hospital and the New Jersey Commission of Investigations. As a university, Del Val offers a doctoral degree in educational leadership and six master's degrees. More programs are in the planning stages, including one for students seeking to become physician's assistants. As a university, we hope to attract more graduate students, and we are extending our reach to undergraduates as well. We recently partnered with Pearl Buck International, which will help us recruit students from Asia, specifically China and Korea. While we intend to keep undergraduate enrollment at a healthy level, Del Val's size will stay about the same. We will be a small university with a focus on teaching. Much of our progress has been made possible through the Realizing the Vision campaign, which has raised over $52 million in gifts and pledges as of this date. Today, as we take on the mantle of a university, I'd like to announce the latest gift to the campaign. It is a seven-figure gift, one that will help fund an exciting new scientific venture and broaden the range of study at our new university. It will be known as the Institute for Biotechnology and Hydroponics at Delaware Valley University. The donor is Ms. Kate Littlefield, who serves as a director of Scott's Miracle-Gro Companies. She's also the chair of the Hagedorn Partnership and director of the Hagedorn Family Foundation. Let's have a round of applause for Kate Littlefield. Kate couldn't be here today, so I've asked Secretary Redding to say a few words about the project and Kate Littlefield. Russell?
Thank you. Dr. Brosnan, thank you. Good morning, everybody. It's really good to see you. You've changed. You've changed in so many ways. Dr. Brosnan, board, faculty, students, honored guests, congratulations to you. Thank you for the opportunity to join today, to be part of this very special moment, very proud moment for Delaware Valley Delaware Valley University. There's a space in here, though, right? I'm allowed for about a day. When I joined Del Val 4 years ago, and was introduced to the vision of moving from a college to a university, little did I know how this process worked. The amount of hard work by many here that I'm looking at put into it, and the amount of patience and perseverance to make this happen. Today we are reminded of the words of author and scientist Margaret Mead when she said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." There was a small group of people that believed, led by Dr. Brosnan, that Del Val could be transformed into a world-class university while remaining true to its mission in the teachings of Rabbi Joseph Kraskoff. Thank you all for believing. By planting this seed, it caused all of us to look at the work that we were doing, the community, our promise to students, and Del Val University differently. In these discussions, we could see the possibilities. One of those possibilities was repositioning our academic offering to better serve students and tackle some of the most important issues of our time. When discussions began with Kate Littlefield nearly 3 years ago about what we were doing here and how she and her company could help turn the motion into movement, My sense was that she had reservations. Dr. Hanna remembers this visit and conversation well. But in the span of 2 years, the world changed, and so has Del Val and certainly her company. Scott's was in the process of reassessing their market and future growth. We were realizing the benefits of the strategic plan and strategic decisions, and there was a resurgence in society rediscovering food as a community asset. This perfect storm created an opportunity for us to demonstrate to Kate that Del Val had legitimacy on the food issues and was committed to science with practice. Being an astute business person, she also understood that for her company to grow, they needed a partner that understood plant science and could educate students to meet their projected needs for a well-trained workforce with the requisite skills to manage hydroponic and biotechnology systems. As we launch the Institute and become a university, I am amazed at the parallels between the two. Both involve growing things. Both require an investment. Both require a commitment to science in the confluence of disciplines. Both extend the reach of our academic programs and span the arc of undergraduate and graduate schools. Both are more than a simple label. They require a change in practice and greater stakeholder engagement. Both strengthen our narrative, and both fulfill the mission of a relevant, marketable education. And most important, both are only possible because of our history. So I end where I began with a simple thank you and congratulations. I'm honored to be part of Del Val. I'm honored to have been part of a conversation led by Dr. Brosnan and Dr. Hanna on the Biotechnology and Hydroponics Institute. It is a great asset to this college and to the state. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Russell. I really appreciate that. I was just noticing, as I looked up into the balcony, that one of the key supporters of moving this college to a university entered the room quietly. I'd like to acknowledge, up in the back row there, he's going to shoot me for this, the former Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Jim Cawley. Jim, thank you. Well, the Institute will be yet another tool, as Russell said, to get art students involved in tackling those important issues. So thank you, Russell. In closing, I'd like to read excerpts from a citation we recently received from Governor Tom Wolf. It reads, "It is my pleasure to join with President Dr. Joseph Brosnan, the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, students, and alumni in celebrating the dedication of Delaware Valley University. As the school has evolved from the National Farm School to the National Agricultural College to Delaware Valley University, course offerings have expanded to include the humanities, life sciences, business, and graduate-level degree programs. As we navigate the 21st century economy, excellence in these fields is essential to our progress. I commend the strategic vision of the administration and faculty as they seek to educate and develop the Commonwealth's future leaders. As governor and on behalf of all citizens of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I am delighted to offer congratulations on this historic milestone and best wishes for continued success. Tom Wolf, Governor." So there's a lot more to come, but right now I'd like to present our next speaker, Dr. Susan Ward, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, the Chairperson of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Ward is a member of Del Val's class of 1990 and is a graduate of Thomas Jefferson Medical College. She became a trustee, she's been a trustee since 2002 and became chair in 2014. Dr. Ward is a physician and rheumatologist who is also an assistant professor of medicine at Jefferson Medical College. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Susan Ward.
He was being kind with saying 1990. I get to say this, good morning, Delaware Valley University. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you for being here today. I am Dr. Susan Ward, proud graduate of the class of 1980. I am currently the chair of the Board of Trustees. Today, we are here to celebrate. We celebrate experiential learning. We celebrate our faculty and their daily commitment to teaching and learning. We celebrate the return of many alumni who have come back home. We celebrate our community partners and friends. At Delaware Valley University, we are one community with one purpose, and that is to educate. Today, as a comprehensive institution, we have undergraduate programs in 3 schools. We have 6 master's programs, 1 doctoral program, and we are now a university. This move to university status has been in the hearts and minds of many individuals for a long time. It is the outcome of our strategic plan, yet it is not the end. Rather, it is just the beginning. As we plan for our future, we remain focused on our core values and our mission. We are a small, private, teaching university. We pursue excellence in all that we do. Our passion and commitment is to serve each student. Again, on behalf of my colleagues of the Board of Trustees, I thank you for being here today. Enjoy the events on campus. It is certainly a time for true celebration for our whole community, and we are proud to be Delaware Valley University. Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, one of our guests today is from the Pennsylvania Department of Education. Dr. David Volkmann, the department's new executive deputy secretary, is our next speaker. Dr. Volkmann grew up in Bucks County and attended Penn State University, majoring in political science with aspirations of working in politics. However, early in his career, he decided to move into education and earned his teaching certifications from Shippensburg, Lehigh, and Penn State universities. He worked at Susquehanna Township School District in suburban Harrisburg for more than 40 years, beginning as a teacher and serving as superintendent from 2001 to 2009. At the end of 2009, Dr. Volkmann joined the Pennsylvania Department of Education. Please welcome Deputy Secretary Volkmann.
It really is good to be back in Bucks County, and I've been away for a few years, and actually, I will tell you, I graduated in 1970. Okay, so, again, on behalf of Governor Wolf, I bring greetings, and he also asked that we share our congratulations to Russell Redding, who is joining us in our mission in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and your gift to the state government is well appreciated. As I was walking around this morning, I was thinking, you're going to have to change all these names from college to... I was thinking about these poor chairs, and they're beautiful.
You want to buy one?
Yeah. I could get a good deal. And also on behalf of our Acting Secretary of Education, Pedro Rivera, I'd like to offer our congratulations to the administration, the faculty, and the students of Delaware Valley University on truly, we use this word, I don't think enough, but this is a momentous occasion, really, for the university. It's, for me, in the variety of topics I deal with, when I went back to the office yesterday, I asked if they would tell me a little bit about the process that it takes to go from being a college to a university. Now, you know I work in a bureaucracy. I can tell you know I work in a bureaucracy. And so I looked at this list last night and I said, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, here's a university, I have it already. Here's a university that started in 1896, and luckily, in 2014, we passed an act, Act 67. And as a result of that, it made the process simpler to become a university. But it's still quite a process indeed. And having been here for a short time this morning, I realized that you're not only worthy of the title university, but you are going to do great things as a university to continue helping the students of Pennsylvania. You know, universities and colleges are at those critical transition points for our children because you are the connectors quite often between high school and the workforce. And we talk about career readiness in Pennsylvania. As we work to improve job growth across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we look at all of the various jobs that are going to require extensive training. That's what you're about. I like the idea this is a small school, an intimate school. Professors get to interact with students, which makes everyone more successful, the professors in what they do and the students in what they do moving forward. Pennsylvania has really a rich history in providing outstanding options for the students seeking higher education. And to me, your commitment now as a university undoubtedly will expand myriad opportunities for current and future students. And again, our congratulations. I was hoping I'd get to be the first one to say university today, but anyway, but it's really, and again, we are so pleased and so proud to be part of this process. And congratulations and great success. Your best years are ahead of you. Thank you very much.
And in the spirit of full disclosure, I graduated in the 60s. Which does not make me feel that comfortable, but anyhow. Our next speaker is Dr. Don Francis, the president of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities of Pennsylvania, also known as ACUP. As the chief spokesperson for ACUP, Don advocates on behalf of Pennsylvania's independent colleges and universities. He recently played a critical role in garnering support in Harrisburg for grants to middle-class students interested in attending the Commonwealth's colleges and universities. Early in his career, he was a professor of English literature at Ferrum College and the University of Missouri. I consider Don an important advisor and a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Don Francis.
All right, I graduated in 1975. I hate to put pressure on the rest of you, but that's where we are. On behalf of the independent colleagues throughout Pennsylvania, I am here today to just congratulate everybody and to really tell you I'm just delighted to be a part of this celebration. We are thrilled to have Delaware Valley College become Delaware Valley University. Becoming a university is no simple task. I think you heard a little bit about that from Dr. Volkmann. But Delaware Valley was well positioned for this move from a college to a university. It has had excellent academic programs for many years, and it's well known for its strengths, particularly in teaching in the sciences. Now as Delaware Valley University, it can add to this reputation. Delaware Valley University will be a small university focused on teaching with special strengths in the sciences and providing great opportunities for students to engage with faculty and research. And I think you've heard several of the previous speakers talk about how important it is to have that engagement between the students and those faculty members. And the opportunities for that kind of mentorship and that kind of research opportunities will lead to future PhDs, future doctors, future teachers coming out of this fine institution. The dramatic new facilities, one of which we're standing in, the expanded academic offerings, and the high-quality faculty at Delaware Valley make this move to university status a natural. I want to congratulate President Joe Brosnan, Board Chair Susan Ward, and all the administrators and faculty that worked so hard to make this day a reality. Your hard work will make a difference in the lives of students for generations to come. Congratulations.
I'd like to now introduce one of our great students. She is Rebecca Jones, a junior biology major who hopes to graduate in this decade. Rebecca is president of the Student Government Board, actually just stepping down as president of the Student Government Board, serving her term. I get to meet with her on a regular basis in that role, and she is a terrific person and a great student, and just is going to do extremely well in her life. She's got a lot going for her. She's from Hopewell, New Jersey. She's a pre-vet major. She's interned at the Philadelphia Zoo and the Mercer County Wildlife Center. After Del Val, she hopes to study and practice veterinary medicine, and I know she's going to be successful at whatever she decides to do. Please welcome Rebecca Jones. Rebecca?
Hello, everyone. Today is a day full of change for us. We change all of our signs, our welcome mats, even our pens. We're not only changing our name, though, from Delaware Valley College to Delaware Valley University, we're also changing our motto to Experientia Docet, which means experience teaches. But I believe these changes were always meant to be. We were founded on pillars of character that we still follow today: respecting others, valuing differences, and pursuing excellence. Dr. Feldstein said in his book, Evolution of a Unique Institution, that from the start, the focus was on hands-on experience and liberal arts. So from the start of this institution, we produced well-rounded students who, as Rabbi Kroskoff said, learned science with practice. And so we became known for our science, even today. Del Val is known and respected for our accomplishments in that. But today, as we expand from science with practice to Experientia Docet, the world will begin to recognize us not just for our experience in science, but for excellence in all that we do. Change is difficult. It has been a long and difficult journey getting here, and for students, any change is difficult. The change of our name, of our home, of all of our favorite t-shirts, overnight kind of becoming irrelevant. Although I have to say, the alumni handing out new t-shirts is really gonna help with that one, so. And it'll probably take many of us a few weeks to learn to chant DVU instead of DVC. But we are gaining so much more than we are losing in a letter. I've said before, and I'll say it again, that we are the same students, we are the same faculty, the same staff, and the same school. But what we aren't is necessarily the same education. We are expanding, we are growing, we are giving our students more options, we are going to become more internationally recognized, and we're going to become recognized for excellence in all that we do. I believe that today we are becoming what we were always meant to be, Delaware Valley University. Thank you.
Now you know what I say is true. So thanks, Rebecca. Our final speaker is Tom Watson. Tom is a member of the class of 1957 and a co-founder and former vice chairman of the Omnicom Group, Incorporated, one of the world's largest advertising firms. At Del Val, Tom founded and sponsors the Watson Executive in Residence lecture series, which tomorrow will bring Comcast executive Sheila Willard to campus. He counsels and mentors our business students and has helped them make contacts in the business world. I saw that in action last night at our dinner when he was counseling two of our students at the table and actually moved around to sit next to him to give them advice on searching for careers as they graduate. So thank you for that, Tom, and I know they appreciate it. And he's not only mentored students, he's also mentored me as well, often with mixed results, Tom. He once told me that Rome wasn't built in a day. This was when I first came, and I was frustrated with the pace of change. He said Rome wasn't built in a day, and then he added thoughtfully, but it was built. So thank you for being here today, Tom. We much appreciate it. So thank you, Tom. Come on up.
Thank you. How do all these people get in my room? I'm happy to be here on behalf of all the alumni, but at my age, I'm happy to be anywhere. Joe, as Yogi Berra would have said, thank you for making this day necessary. I went to school here a long time ago. It was my experience was as an extended family of learning. Community as learning, values were central. People have described that as schools that change lives, and indeed can be life-changing. Faculty made it so. They were passionate. You had a high faculty-to-student ratio. They knew you by your first name. You weren't sitting in a lecture hall with 300 people and they didn't know your name. It helped me grow as a person. The opportunity to work in many activities and hone my skills on the athletic fields here and in student government helped me in networking, developing collaboration skills, delegation skills that have helped me in developing my career my whole life as I've been in top management. I look back on that as a very important experience. The sciences in this school are well equipped to deliver on critical thinking and graduating independent critical thinkers who can solve problems and create value for employers. The real key is taking the lessons and the knowledge learned here into lifetime learning. At Omnicom University, we have a slogan for that, which says, we all learn, we all teach for life. The challenge becomes one of giving back. And the executive residency program that Joe mentioned is one of those that Judy Wells and I founded about 10 years ago. We bring in top speakers to talk to the students about their careers and how did they get up here? What was the path? Would it be something that I could do? And I thought that was an important way of giving back and paying it forward, and I'd urge you to do the same, not just with your money, but with your time, and volunteering to be mentoring for students. I often tell our managers, get a young person to reverse mentor you, and you'll be amazed how much you'll learn and how much you will give back as a mentor. I mentor about 6 individual young people, and I have 2 that mentor me. So that you can say, they can say, don't get in the refrigerator with the other squares. And particularly in this age of technology. My MBA residents often talk about success, and what do I think about that? And one word I always come back to is gratitude. And I would say on behalf of the time that I spent here, to express my gratitude to the school, to the faculty, and all the people who helped me become Tom Watson. And as Duke Ellington, the classical all-time American jazz composer and musician said, music and life, in music and in life, be always in a state of becoming. And I think we will do that on behalf of all the alumni that I have a chance to represent up here. Congratulations on this fantastic achievement. And we, as one of my former speakers said, the best is yet to come as Omnicom University. Thanks. I had a great time being here. Thank you all.
So as we start to come to a close, it's my pleasure now to introduce our Executive Director of Marketing and Communication, Ms. Laurie Ward, who is going to talk to us about our new logo and seal. Laurie?
Thank you. Last summer, we conducted multiple levels of online surveys and focus groups. Many of you in the room took part in them. We talked to current and prospective students, alumni, faculty and staff, high school guidance counselors, the Board of Trustees, and community members. Of the designs that we presented and tested, our new logo was the overwhelming favorite. Inspired by the flame in the college's previous seal, this sleek and modern design represents a passion for education. It is meant to represent each of our disciplines, the sciences, the humanities, and business. The blending of these disciplines to form the logo shows the emphasis that we place on experiential and interdisciplinary learning in a Del Val education. and we stayed true to our historical roots by continuing to use the colors that the school was founded with, green and gold.
So that's it, folks. I want to really thank you. I'm looking at the audience, and I see so many alums and friends and people from the community. I thank you for showing up today, and thank you for your support over the years. We literally, as I said earlier, could not have done it without you. So thanks so much, and I look forward to talking to you out in the foyer, or the Umasella atrium, excuse me. So thank you again. Appreciate it.